All right, hello wine drinking people. Time of more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and this actually was yesterday. I don't know if we'll get it out today, but what a great tasting we had at the New River Fine Art Gallery with David Arthur Long. My first chance to meet him, but man, it was impressive. All the people that showed up and said, man, I was just out at the winery this summer. David showed us such a great time. We want to show up and show our support. And that, my folks, is how you sell wine. You make people feel like, man, they are the most important people in the world. When you come out to see them, and that's one of the things that David does, and a real personality, and making some outstanding wines as well. You know, he started this winery project in 1985, made his first wines in the 87 vintage, kind of ironic. A good friend of ours was in the store yesterday when David was in, Clark Swanson. He started the very same year. And man, I've known Clark from day one, and it's the first chance I've had to meet David Arthur Long. And like I said, what a fun guy. When Adriana Chinsky called me up from Ottavino and said, Andrew, do you want to do an event with David Arthur? I said, are you kidding me? I'm very familiar with the wines. And, you know, Pritchard Hill, one of the prime pieces of real estate for Cabernet Sauvignon in Napa Valley. And, you know, I've had them many times. Just like I said, one of those things, man. The first time I have had a chance to meet David, and what a character. What a fun time was had by all last night. And the wines, absolutely stunning. The Sauvignon Blanc 2011 vintage, the only wine we didn't have available for sale, but, you know, just so has it when you don't have the wine available, people want it, and we can get this for you, folks. That's right. It's going to be around $35 a bottle. What an outstanding little Sauvignon Blanc this is. Really along the lines of a white Bordeaux, a lot of that melon and fig fruit, and lovely, bright, focused acidity. One of the things I love about Sauvignon Blanc, this is a grape varietal that will last 10, 20, or 30 years, and a great vintage, which 2011 wasn't, and that is a testament to a great winemaker. This 2011 Sauvignon Blanc had wonderful structure, wonderful depth, and a nice creaminess on the palate. One of the things you get from Sauvignon Blancs that are, you know, better made, and lovely concentration. I remember one of the people tasted the wine last night said, Sauvignon Blanc, are you kidding me? This doesn't taste anything like Sauvignon Blanc. Well, they must have been thinking like New Zealand or something. But really wonderful stuff. We will have this wine available. The Meritaggio, this was a short tasting. There's only 3 wines that we had available to taste. But like I said, people were engaged the whole time. David gave a wonderful introduction, told people about how he started to make wine, or his first, you know, alcohol making experience actually was 10 years old, and it was with apple juice. And he was saying how he was watching the fermentation happen, and, you know, get his first sip of homemade alcohol. And now he's still making stovetop grappa. Now, something that's, well, interesting. You can make grappa out of wine on your stovetop. I suggest buying something suitable to drink. That is just like jet fuel. Anyways, the Meritaggio is a blend that's, well, they were coming up with the blend one year, and they had, you know, this blend made, and after drinking I don't know how many different samples, you know, these guys were a little buzzed, and David said, man, I had this Sangiovese that a buddy of his sent him, and he decided to pop the bottle open and just pour it into the blend. And he said, man, it tasted so good, I got the idea for Meritaggio. So what a cool, what a cool story. And this Meritaggio, although I'd have to say doesn't remind me of an Italian wine, a wonderful example of a Sangiovese blend from California. And there's not a ton of Sangiovese in this wine, only 18%, but Sangiovese has this lovely bright acidity to it, and it kind of does add a little lift to the wine. And well, unmistakably Napa Valley, though. A lot of dark berry fruit, some cocoa showing up on the finish there, and some nice fresh earth, dark espresso notes, really smooth, silky tannins, and really nice layered and rich wine. Excellent juice. The 2009 3-acre Cabernet Sauvignon. This is one of the estate vineyard blocks. And the majority of this wine is composed of clone 337, which offers excellent fruit character, a really lovely wine to drink on release. And this wine has got some lovely cassis and currant berry fruits. Only 338 cases produced, one of the reasons why these wines are not cheap. And lovely juicy fruit, really rich and layered, some espresso, dark chocolate there, crushed rock-like minerality, big and chewy on the tongue, but not quite as big as this Elevation wine. But the tannins really ripe. This wine should continue to evolve for up to a decade or more in your cellar. Had lovely concentration, lovely freshness on the finish still, even though very rich. Speaking of very rich, man, this Elevation 1147 wine, wow, a blockbuster, really opaque in color, 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, picked very late in October 2009, aged for 23 months, and 100% new oak. You really notice the perfume and spice from the oak in this wine. Big and powerful wine on the tongue with many layers of cassis, currant berry fruit, really smooth and velvety tannins. But this wine needs some time, man. It is just a little monster. 15 plus points of alcohol. It says 14.8 on the bottle, but I am guessing it is even bigger than that. A lot of dark spices, dark earth, that crushed rock and mineral notes showing through the finish. One of the best Cabernets that I have had this year. Killer juice. Highly recommended to anyone that collects hard to get California cult Cabernets. Only 300 some odd cases, 656 packs produced. And that is what I had to drink with David Arthur Long at the New River Fine Art Gallery. Check it out on today's email. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.